Hi, Horizon third grade. Thanks for having us here in class today. We are so excited to share with you Artrageous, which is very similar to Art Smart, but just a touch different because we don't focus on the masters in Artrageous. We actually just focus on some of the basics, which I think help support your Art Smart lessons. And so today I'm introducing to you, in case you didn't know, the ABCs of art, which are the elements of art. And art does have ABCs, which I believe all of you know. You may not know all the ABCs, but I know that you know many of them. So line is an element of art, and it tells us so much on a piece of paper, whether you're doing your handwriting or whether you're actually showing a river in a drawing or a street, or if it's a sound boom or a rainbow, or if it's showing direction, if it's going left and right or up and down, or whether your lines are thick or thin. The second ABC or element is shape and form. You guys know your shapes and how to use those shapes that you've done in Art Smarts in the past to create designs, maybe even 3D shapes. Today we're going to play with color, so we'll go over that in a minute. The fourth one is texture. It's a little bit more advanced, and really we kind of touch on it, I think, with your pinch pots and ceramics and that type of thing when you make something smooth or rough. You can also draw texture. Space and size. You guys are going to cover this with an awesome artist, Georgia O'Keeffe, who does things very blown up and zoomed in on her paper versus small. You can choose either way when you do some drawings. The last element of design is value, and we're going to touch on this one today as well as color because we're going to work on shading. And one of the things that really brings out value in color is the color white or the color black, and we're going to play with the white paint today to show shading. Now that we know the elements of design, I want to show you guys the color wheel. So maybe you've seen this before. The color wheel is something that really helps us see colors. It's also the rainbow. I'm sure that you guys have seen a rainbow before. And the rainbow will show you the primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. And the secondary colors, which are orange, green, and purple. So the secondary colors are made from the primary colors, and that's what the color wheel shows us. The color wheel also shows us shading and other things that we can learn on as we get advanced in colors. Now to the fun project today. Now that you guys know your color wheel and you know the elements of design, we can have fun with this. So today, we are not going to paint anything on a piece of paper, except we are going to create a bunch of our favorite colors from our paper plates and our paint. So everybody's going to get a sheet with 9 different circles, and you're going to get a bunch of paint. And what you're going to do is practice mixing your paint colors to create different colors on the paper. So for instance, if you're going to make one of my favorite colors, which is purple, you would put some red and you would put some blue together and you make purple. And I bet you can't tell that that looks like purple, but as soon as you add value to it and you bring in your white, now you're going to start to see that when you mix it, it's going to turn into a pretty cool shade of purple. So this is something that you guys can have fun with, and you make your secondary colors with your primaries and use the white for shading. If you ever need more paint, no problem, just ask, but a little bit of paint goes a long way. The other thing I'll share when you're painting is, remember, yellow is a very light color and red and blue are very strong. So when you use your Q-tip for yellow, make sure you save the Q-tip that's yellow only for yellow and don't mix it, because as soon as yellow gets mixed, it's hard to get it back to yellow. But when you have yellow and you want to make a little bit of a lime green, you just need a touch of blue. And whenever you use red, just use a touch of red and see what happens with yellow. It turns orange very quickly. So these two colors are very strong while yellow is very light. So please be gentle and not use a ton of red on your yellow, because you'll lose your yellow in it. That's just how that works. You'll figure this out, and we'll bring you more paint. So if you run out of yellow, no problem. This is an example of some colors that were mixed by a student and that were put on the piece of paper with the Q-tip. For example, they may have mixed a purple like this and put it right here on this piece of paper. And they then, when they filled all of their 9 spots, went back and named their colors. And that's a goal of this project too. What would you call that purple? Well, this student called it velvet purple. So we want to use our words and our vocabulary and all those adjectives that you guys are learning, and you want to try to give your colors a real feel to the person you're sharing this with. So when these get dry and you can take them home, you want to tell your parents, I made velvet purple. If you just tell them purple, they may not know what that looks like, but if you say it's like velvet purple, oh, whoa. So that's very good descriptive writing, and that's where colors can kind of help us with descriptive writing. So the parents are here to help you out, and certainly so are your teachers. If you have any questions, let me know. If there is time, and I think there will be, what we're going to also do with your paint is once you have a certain color you like, we have a canvas that we're going to set up, and you can take your Q-tip over to the canvas with your paper plate, and you can put dots on it to make a picture. And we think that'll be kind of fun. Every class is going to have a different canvas and a different painting, and I think you guys can have fun with that. And we'll put them up and see what you do. And every person in the class will have opportunity to go add to it and have some fun with a little bit of paint on the canvas before you throw it away. I hope you guys have a wonderful time with this. This is so much fun, and I can tell you I have never seen 2 colors the same. So when you go to create your colors, I can't wait to see what you guys create. Have fun and enjoy.